Epilepsy warning. The following video contains many rapidly flashing lights. I Made a Game with Zombies in It is an amazing indie top-down shooter, developed and published by the legendary Ska Studios, best known for Charlie Murder, and this game initially released in 2009 on the Xbox 360 Indie Arcade, and was exclusive to that storefront until Microsoft shut it down in 2017. According to Wikipedia, the game sold over 300,000 copies, and was one of the best-selling games on the Indie Arcade. I personally never had the opportunity to play the original version, but I've put over 3 hours into the 2021 remaster, which is available for free on Steam and is what I will be reviewing today. This is probably the most replayable game I have ever played, as it can be beat in under 15 minutes. And again, I've put over 3 hours into this title, and I've lost track of how many times I finished this indie game. In a nutshell, I Made a Game with Zombies in It is simple fun, in which you run around shooting everything while sick music plays in the background, and you try to avoid being hit by anything. Not much to it, and it's what a game should be in my opinion. Simple fun. Now please note that simple does not mean easy, and I definitely struggled on my first attempt, as I was trying to learn the ins and outs of this game, and I barely survived my second attempt. But after learning how this game works, I can generally complete it with little trouble. The game starts out by having you spawn in with only your default infinite ammo short-range submachine gun, and only a few basic slow-moving zombies spawn on screen for the first 30 seconds or so. And as the game goes on, power-ups will start to appear on screen, being new weapons, extra lives, a shield, and a speed boost. And as the game continues, more zombies start to spawn in, and they start to have more health, and some have explosives strapped to them, and you have other enemies as well, like slimes, who split up into little slimes when shot. You also have floating diamonds in one part of the game, which are very small and move really fast, and you also have foes that I don't even know what to call them. The point is, for being a small one-man title, I Made a Game with Zombies in It has a lot of enemy variety. Moving over to discuss the weaponry selection, you have your default SMG, which I mentioned earlier. But there were pickup weapons, like a long-range machine gun, a close-range flamethrower, an RPG, a crappy laser rifle, and then my two favorite weapons, being the shotgun and the green gun. I like the shotgun for its high spread and high damage per shot, and I like the green gun for the same reason, although it also shoots faster. I call it the green gun because I have no idea what else to call it. Maybe I could dub it the 3-round shot green glob gun, but that's a bit of a mouthful and it sounds kind of weird. Now I should note that you start each game with 5 lives, and if you get hit once, you die. Although, the shield power-up grants you invincibility for a few seconds, and you can obtain extra lives like I mentioned earlier, and there's an achievement for finishing the game once without dying. I sadly never pulled this off, but I came close a couple times. I should probably mention that you earn points based off how many kills you earn, and there's a local leaderboard where you can try to set a high score, and this title does offer local MP, although I never tried it, so no comment in that department from me. As for the controls, I played this title with an Xbox 360 controller, and you use the left joystick to move, and you pull the right joystick to aim and fire your gun. So like I said earlier, very simple. Graphically, this game looks great, with the hand-drawn enemies and creative backgrounds. Although I should note that the PC version added an option to reduce flashing lights, which I used for the sake of my video, although I read this wasn't present in the original 360 release. As for the soundtrack, it's great, and it can be downloaded for free on Bandcamp and Steam, and the sound effects are amazing as well. In conclusion, with all things said, I Made a Game with Zombies in It earns a 10 out of 10 by my grade scale. I have nothing bad to say about this title, and it is straightforward, chaotic fun. And looking at the 97% positive review average on Steam, it seems like most players seem to really enjoy this game as well. As far as similar games I'd suggest, I'd go with Zombie Friday or Zombie Admin, both of which are also indie top-down shooters, which are both very cheap on Steam. I have reviewed these games, and links will be in the end cards if you want to check them out. A side note apart from my review, this game has also been ported to modern Xbox with a price of $0, although that version does not have achievements for whatever reason. And a little fun fact, I Made a Game with Zombies in It was the first game I played on Xbox Series X. I wanted something to test the console with, and this is a very small game, so I installed it and fired it up to make sure that my Series X worked properly, and it thankfully did. And that's my review for today. Thanks for watching, and I hope y'all enjoyed. As far as our Bible verse of the day, I read from Romans 10:9 NIV. If you declare with your mouth, Jesus is Lord, and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. Alrighty, for any newcomers here, I mostly play, review, and discuss zombie and horror games, so feel free to watch some of my other vids if that sounds like your thing. None of my content is ever made by AI, keep YouTube human, and I never consent to my voice and likeness being modified, altered, and copied by AI in any way. Jesus loves you all, thanks again for watching, peace.